Grab yourself a seat and keep those hands in the vehicle at all times. You're about to be taken on a ride through the untamed wilds of internet role-playing. Observe them in their natural habitat.
So you head out.
You know that would be funny! I didn't know there'd be consequences!
Enjoy the splendor of their spurgery.
Felix, who is the lion faunus.
And feast your eyes upon the questionable creations of internet randoms.
Actually, I've never DM'd before.
This is the Supernova Safari.
Hi, I'm Blake, voice of Clara May, and... Okay, this is Noah, who has to do this while yelling.
This summer, Seth Rogen is Phoenix Nemian! Oh, dude, my Daco!
Alright, Liam, who has to do this while being a plant. Alright, and Ben, who has to do this while we're all in our underwear.
Well, I have a plan, guys. We're gonna break Archie out of prison by hiding in the taco sauce, and we all just gotta hold our breath long enough to sneak in and get him out.
And we are here to talk about the Grimm Campaign live show.
Liam, what's your actual intro?
Cue me in again.
And I'm joined by Liam.
Welcome to my mansion, Team Supernova. I'm your biggest fan. I especially loved when you beat the Emperor Grimms. But why did Clara fall into the pit? She should not have done that.
You're right, that was funny. Thank you, Liam. I love that Liam specifically went, alright, Blake, whatever you're talking about, as long as it doesn't fuck up my joke, and you're just an asshole to him. What's your problem, bro?
What the fuck?
Well, I didn't think he...
The least you could have said is Liam is strong now.
Yeah, I probably should have said that.
Don't worry, Blake. I respected you enough to stick with your bit.
I mean,
Thank you.
Exactly. It really shows the camaraderie we have for these intro segments. How's it going, everyone? We have watched the last available Grimm Campaign echo log of the RTX live campaign, the non-canon RTX live campaign.
Yo, hey,
with
Ben.
a deceptively large amount of references to canon.
Yo, Ben, what happened to Alabaster?
What happened to Alabaster?
Who
No,
cares?
it was really unclear.
That was really fucking...
We'll do it in season 3.
Yeah, about that.
And just so everyone knows, this one is publicly available, not behind Rooster Teeth first.
Yeah, you guys listening to this episode right now, if you want to get half the jokes of the show, because God, I don't know, half of our jokes are just shit that you don't understand sometimes, I feel like. You can watch it. It's like an hour and 50 minutes.
On 2x speed, it's less.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Not that I would know. I watched it at normal speed for most of this.
If it's on 2x speed, it's almost half of that.
Honestly, I'd recommend you watch the first hour and then you can stop. Why? I mean, it is the bits we like to make fun of in the Grimm Campaign are in the first hour. And if you're really a big fan of laughing at how bad these guys' games are, go for the whole way. But I'm just saying, in the second hour, they stop talking more because they're on a clock to finish the campaign.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about that ahead of time. Near the end, they just start going shit, we only have 5 minutes left. And you look at what's happened, you go, they haven't done anything.
Well, yeah, no, I literally paused it 75% into it, being like, wait, there's only this much left. What the fuck? They haven't done anything.
That shit was so funny when I realized that was what was happening.
When you realize that's it.
That's it, folks. Oh no. I don't know why this was the format they decided upon for their one-shot, because it seems like a horribly difficult thing to judge the actual timing of.
So it's Halloween right now. Soon-ish.
Yeah. I
This
mean, we're close.
This was done a couple months ago, I think?
RTX? I think RTX was back during
Yeah.
summer. Yeah, I don't know what the Halloween theme was all about.
Well, yeah, I'm just like, Eddie? Did he just like get a big
Yeah.
castle?
It was
and
just fun.
Yeah, so the basic
Doubt?
premise of this campaign is that I'll just say the basic premise for everyone before we get into it, because there are a few things before they actually started. It's just a haunted house that they go into to look for missing huntsmen. That's it. That's all, folks.
Missing huntsman students.
Students, which is way creepier later. Did anyone have anything they wanted to say in the first bit that they
Hold
might have
on,
noticed?
hold on. I'm sorry, but we have not mentioned so far the voting yet, have we?
No, that's what I was bringing up. Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
because I do not want to skip over this because I think it is.
Mhm.
I'm happy for them that they wanted to. I like that they're trying to
Admire the
do something
attempt.
with the format that they're doing it in. They're trying to do something new with it.
Because this was live streamed to people.
Yes, I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. However, I really feel like they could have done a bit more than just give me names, and then
Yeah.
people break the RWBY naming convention, and they still do it because, haha, it's not canon.
What are
let
you
me,
talking about?
It's
They were
okay,
perfectly good names.
It's okay. I wrote down all the names.
I have them
Oh,
too.
yeah.
So to refer to what Ben is talking about, they said there's going to be chat interaction for this show. And their first bit of chat interaction was Eddie had 3 nameless NPC Huntsman students. He needed names. So we just looked at chat and said, make me names, haha. And Blake, you want to read the names out for us?
Yeah, so were you going to say something, Lee?
No, I'll go after.
Okay, we got Sammy Stardust.
Lucy, what are you doing in this game?
I think this is actually the worst one. Because
Yeah.
No, the next one I think is the worst one.
Yeah, I agree.
Raisin
This one's, like, trying.
Firefold.
Yeah, what the fuck is Raisin Firefold? We don't have the actual chat, so I can't look in there and see if they spelled it like the
I just
fruit.
I just spelled it raisin like the fruit.
Yeah, Firefold. Fucking, this is my fucking kobold
And
character.
and it's just chef's kiss. Dabbington.
All right, I have a
I-
fucking point here, but Liam, what you got?
Well, I just want to say we missed our chances to have our characters immortalized next to Dabbington. Can you believe that? If we were in chat and we were like,
Claire May
Gwen Ardea, Claire Mason,
run!
Rocky
Fox!
Okay, I want to point out that these guys are... The 2 very funny things about this is that I learned that internally they refer to the naming rule of color things as colloquially as just the NR as they're screaming, but the NR at each other. And that gave me like a fucking panic attack that they have like an industry term for it, which means they do think about this a lot, which troubles me. And then they're like, well, dab's probably a color. And I'm like, guys, dabbing is the art of dabbing a paintbrush in paint. This is very easy to make a paint good, Liam. Thank you.
That's what I was going to say.
Exactly.
I was going to offend it if you guys were also autistic somehow.
No, it's like, this is so easy, but they're insisting that Dabbington is breaking the NR. But don't worry, his semblance is dabbing and it charms people. What a fucking hilarious joke. I like how the joke answer is still one of Eddie's lazy D&D spell dissemblance answers. It's just like,
actually Carrie came up with that.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, even through their making a joke, it ended up playing into his lazy behaviors. That's how addled their brains are.
This is your brain on Eddie GMing.
Yeah, I think you mean headmastering. Come on, dude, the HM.
HM.
We gotta have industry terms. Also, the normal intro is literally just like 4 minutes of product placement for shitty shirts. Like, and
Pie our Team
RWBY
Supernova shirts.
Okay, little reference to something you haven't seen, viewers, but we recently, because we watch things in house. It's the only reason we do shows like this. If we did this already, we were watching a video where a schizophrenic Kiwi man insisted that if you don't play D&D 5th edition, you're being tricked into buying products because people want to sell you funny dice. And we all laughed at him at the time. And I cut to me sitting down to watch this 2-hour monstrosity, and the first thing they do is pull up a dice box and try and sell me their dice. And I went, you know what? Maybe he had a fucking point. Like, who wants a RWBY dice box, guys? For like, what? Probably like $50 fucking dollars. The RT store is insane markup.
And they had a RWBY D&D shirt, like, you know, it's made like the old box arts and shit.
Yeah, like Team RWBY and Team Juniper, like old, like
you want to sell us a
Red.
Team Juniper shirt? You know, that team that hasn't been a fucking thing in how many seasons?
But we love Team Juniper.
Yeah, I bet you do. Why'd you fucking kill one of them?
It was really dramatic at the time, and then we didn't really do much with it.
Yeah, then you didn't do anything with it, you fucking idiots.
Super cool, right, dude?
Yeah, really fucking cool.
I mean, I'm just glad Pyrrha died before, like, she got, you know, to the later seasons.
Yeah.
Shit. So, I have just checked now for us to laugh. The dice set and the box they were showing are actually two separate products. If you want the dice set, which is just a bunch of red dice with, like, the D6 has a ruby rose on one side, that and a little shitty bag with her symbol on it, that's $20.
Holy shit.
You get the D4 to D20 line of dice, which, you know, dice can run like, you know, designer dice can be expensive. Don't ever buy them. But the little dice tray thing that they held them up in, yeah, that's gonna be a cool $60 fucking dollars.
What the fuck is it made out of?
Bamboo.
$60?
I bet.
It's made out of fucking bamboo.
That's a carry idea. That's a carry idea, 100%.
100%. Dude,
I don't care what anyone says.
Dude, it's laser etched though!
Oh god, don't you guys love at the end when they're literally begging you to watch it so they can get a third season?
Yeah, at the end of this, they're just begging it. I mean, Eddy floats the idea. We're skipping ahead, but it's just funny. Like, Eddy just floats the idea of saying, look, what if I just say there's a third season? They'll have to do it, right? And everyone laughs, like, a little nervously.
Yeah. It's like, Eddy, that's kind of like a funny joke you don't actually say.
See, that's how we got Liam to run a 5e game for us.
I know, right? That's what I was thinking. Like, shit. If I just
we did basically just trick him.
If I just say I'll run the Kingdom Hearts game, I'll trick you guys into letting me. I don't know. Like,
wait,
you ain't got to trick shit.
Me and Ben never told you not to do that.
I know. Yeah, but here's the problem: is that like we might have mentioned this in the last couple episodes, but like now they're at the end here, and we're kind of talking about this shit before the episode. Yeah, weird, but you gotta get this meta shit out of the way. There is, like, literally a 90% chance we'll never see the Grimm campaign again. I mean, Chris Kokinos has left Rooster Teeth, like, already. That's a big hurdle. And this show is not fucking popular enough, I don't think. And I just... We've talked about it internally a lot, how it's like, it's just a D&D game. It shouldn't be a lot to run, but... Ooh, I don't know, man. It just doesn't look good for this sort of shit.
Yeah, they have last laugh. They'll be good.
Like, it should be really easy for them, but even now at the RTX panel, they're still like, oh, don't know if we'll ever see it again or something. Like, they're alluding to like, oh, we really want another season. It's like, wow, they're not getting one. And they're talking about like all the people who help with the show, and there's like 6 unnamed people who helped the show, including the motherfucker Cody, who made all the fucking terrible like rule shit for it. And you're just like, oh, I guess this really does take like at least 10 people for a D&D show to run in this company.
Somehow.
I mean, it's a company, so I guess there's tons of fucking bullshit they probably have to go through because of corporate, like, culture and, like, rules shit they probably put in place. But, man, it's really funny to just imagine these idiots, like, trying to get this to go through again. And everyone's like, well, who the fuck watches your show? They're like, well, there's, you know, there's a YouTube series reviewing it.
Yeah.
I one day hope our SEO will be higher rated than their own for their campaign. And if we win
God.
their campaign, it'll be
Eddie,
us first.
please come to us. We will vouch that we want more.
Yeah, Eddie, I'll do
Dude,
an
we'll do a
interview.
crossover episode.
We'll do
If
a
they put that shit on
crossover.
YouTube, we definitely would get recommended.
Chris, if you want to come on, we'll do an interview. We'll boost it for them, you know.
Oh my God, I'd
We'll
lo-
let you air your dirty laundry,
I would
you know,
love
one or the other. I'll do yellow journalism. I'll do whatever, but
Tell me how Gus keeps so fresh.
Man, I wish you could do a guest episode with Chris Coquinos.
So, Chris, is there any bridges you'd like to burn?
Yeah, all of them.
Yes, Liam, I'd
I'll
love
give you
to
a
burn all
taco
the
if
bridges.
You think he'd
Fuck
show?
Eddie for making me not be able to talk during the episode. What a funny joke.
You think he'd show? Wait, you think he'd show up in costume if I asked him to?
I think you have to ask him not to.
Yeah.
You have to stop him from.
He
showing
said he was
up.
never taking it off, and I'm taking him at his word.
I love that he's only. Oh yeah, sorry. We need to mention this. Put a picture up of Chris Coquinos in his Phoenix Nemean cosplay.
Yeah, you can't spell Chris Coquinos without Kino.
Now put Liam up in his Ron cosplay.
Without Kino.
No.
I love.
What? We don't have a photo?
I love Chris Coquinos, bros.
He's the heart of the show.
He's wearing fucking like spandex on his lower end, the part that you just don't see for literally no one's sake but his own.
He's based.
He's awesome. Yeah.
He's very based. He came to this panel with effort, which I can respect.
Yeah. Unlike
Fucking-
everyone else who
Well, to be
don't
fair,
have their
Chad-
character sheets.
Chad showed up and he set up like this overlay thing where his like character picture would appear on his webcam. He never used it in the session, but he did set it up and show it off in the beginning.
No,
that was really weird.
See, I gotta say,
You just forgot.
like in the beginning, Eddie's like, "You guys don't have to look at your character sheets. I'll look at them for you."
Okay, yeah, we gotta get into this.
But
All right,
but he just doesn't do it.
No, of course not. One more
Which
thing.
I have to talk about this. That is an interesting.
Come on, I'm running a game here.
What the fuck, doxed?
Come on, I've done that before.
You can cut that if you want.
Yeah, you can censor that with faunus.
Yeah, it's okay, Mr.
Do it with Liam's last name.
No, Mr. Bell, I'll keep
Bell.
it in.
I'm being doxxed. This is bullshit.
All right, so onto my
Fuck
funny
you guys.
point is they pull up the Tailspire map and it is just the manor like north of Draenor in RuneScape. It's just the Vampire's Manor. But not only is it that, but it's a nice map in Tailspire. It's the nicest we've ever seen from them. And Carrie sees like a nice map. And what does Carrie do? What is Carrie's line of logic? He goes, "Wow, Tailspire is so great!" Because there's cool models in front of him. So one, Carrie, not Tailspire that makes that look good. That's the modeler's work. Now, combo into, well, Noah, isn't that mean these are good assets that Tailspire comes with and they're able to build cool maps? I'm like, oh, that would be a fair point. But then Eddie cuts in masterfully with, oh yeah, we got a lot of good assets from the community that makes them for Tailspire. So no, it's not even Tailspire. It's like modders on like a Steam workshop who've like, I made like a cool mansion map.
I don't think you can import models into Tailspire. I think that was a map made with the tools inside Tailspire.
No, are you sure? Because
I'm almost positive. Yes.
Well, what I'm saying is he's like made.
The map was made. The map was made with Tailspire.
With assets from Tailspire.
Yeah.
So
made
if
with
I go
like
on
walls.
Steam,
You
there
can
will
make
not be a Steam workshop for Tailspire, is your guess.
I do not believe so. Because I remember the complaint that I saw about Tailspire is that you can't import models.
Oh, based.
This is why it's kind of cringe.
So they just got it off. They just got something.
Yes, they just got like a community map mansion made by somebody. And it looked really nice. And honestly, if they were to have nice maps for their entire game, it might facilitate better
maybe
gameplay.
Tailspire ain't so bad.
I mean, I'm not going to go far and say that, but they did have a much more concrete idea of what they were doing and where they were in a world.
I will say, if they had a map, then I think them fighting Vermilion might have been a little less schizophrenic.
Yeah, a little bit, huh? Just like a bit. Just like a bit.
But yeah, go if you like Jaspar, go support it on Steam. Go buy it. Check it out.
Yeah, go buy 4 copies for you and your friends so you can all play it.
Yeah, go buy 4 $26 copies so you can play Tailspire with your friends on 4 different settings of maps.
Listen, I'm not gonna say Colbo's a good guy, but like Roll20 at least works well enough.
Yeah, Roll20 works for what you need it to do. That's all you need. Just get a little imagination, and there's plenty of other programs. So we arrive at the manor. The concept of the campaign, I'm sure you need a primer because we've been screaming for 40 minutes by now, probably, that Leonardo Lionheart has directly hired them. Remember, this is slightly non-canon, but we'll get into that in a minute here. To go look into this prime suspect because there's one guy in the city who has connections to like 3 minimum huntsman training students like at the academy who have gone missing in Haven.
Oh god, what is
and
he
they have
do?
to go to the mansion of Vladington Dusk.
Yeah, he owns the local party city.
He owns a number of haunted houses and costume stores. He is a haunted house tycoon.
He's a tycoon at like certain parts of the year, anyway.
So, like,
what do you mean?
I thought I was being like I was being like bad at being subtle with like Abraham Dracule. But I guess Eddy cracked his knuckles and called me a fucking amateur here.
No, Ben.
Hated.
Halloween is half the year in Remnant.
Oh, it's not. Shut up.
No, hold on.
Yeah?
No. God, that was funny.
Thanks. You brought up Abraham himself. Do you just want to talk about how similar they actually are?
Yeah, I mean, they both have a funny accent. And they're, both of them...
Funny, it's annoying.
Only had, like, one character actually talk to them, and, I don't...
They have the same exact fucking semblance, too.
They have the same semblance. It sucks,
yeah.
Laura. I mean, it's Dracula. I mean, that seems pretty simple. Yeah. They have families they apparently murdered or something. Very vague. Eddy implies
Don't pretend like this character has a backstory, please.
No, Eddy implies something very strange in the dining hall. But I want to point out that we have to talk about how, like, I don't think a haunted house guy would be successful on Remnant, since, like, being scared, like, gets you murdered. And he specifically brings up at one point, like, I like to bring people real fear because it's implied, that they can't because they die if they had that happen. But this guy's like apparently doing great.
We're not talking about it till the end, but I love the ending bit.
Yeah.
It was genuinely very funny.
Well, because it's just our favorite joke, which is Tony Soprano now learns that pedophilia is wrong. It's literally that. That is the exact joke that finishes this campaign.
I mean, unironically, like, yes, you are just correct. You're just correct.
And so Eddy, like, busts the fucking door open and goes, I am Vladimir Duskington, or whatever the fuck his name, and, like, the best accent Eddy's ever done. Round of applause for Eddy for getting into a fucking character. I don't care how much of a joke this character is, but Eddy characterized someone for once, and I'm so happy. All it took was for someone to say, Eddy, don't worry, it's not canon. And he remembered he could be a writer and just, like, make a character. Baze! What's wrong with this guy that took that to get him to do this?
I guess some type of fear.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I'm just glad we got it. Who wants to talk about Vladington a little bit? Go ahead, Liam.
Did you just talk about it?
No, I said I set him up, but I didn't talk about him. Oh, I'm sorry. You want us to?
He did not go into the. He did not go into the depth intricacies that is Vladington does.
Vladington doesn't even know his name.
Liam has like dyslexia. Okay, I know. Come on, man, stop being mean. Fucking asshole.
we just start really mixing the lore like Ben now has the dead mom.
Yeah, just completely stir the pot up and make
And
it
Blake's
just
the one who
like,
killed his parents.
Yeah, exactly. Just unable to like push through and figure out what the fuck the lore is on anything. All right, come on.
All right, Vladington Dusk is definitely not a vampire.
Yeah, definitely.
So he walks out of the house and doesn't step out of the sunlight. And he has a ridiculous vampire accent, as we've discussed.
Count fucking Chocula.
And he is the biggest fan of Team Sapphire.
So
He follows them so closely and knows everything they've done. He is a super fan.
He's a fucking product line for them. He sells merchandise of them. It's insane.
It is ridiculous.
Stop. Let's just stop this dumb shit we're doing here, alright?
Okay.
Because I'm going to tell you what Vlad really is, because Chad calls him out on it. This character exists to make fun of his players. Because that's all he really does. He's kind of funny at the end, admittedly. It's a very played straight ending.
Yeah. This is literally...
But this character literally goes, "Oh, why did you do this?" Like, it's like they watched our episodes and went, "Well, here's your
100%.
answer." Well, not really here's your answers, but like...
Sure, you fail much stealth roll.
Vladington is us, the character. If you want to see us in the Grimm campaign, we have been represented by Vladington Dusk. As Vladington is a super fan of the Grimm campaign, but during dinner just like criticizes everything they've done and like asks like, so like why did you rob the sheriff's station? I literally do not understand. Blah! And of course, while funny, they also don't have an answer, so that's even funnier. They bitch that like, oh, he's just being mean to me, but like you don't have an answer, guys. That kind of makes it hard to disagree with fucking Vladington Funny Dusk if you can't actually answer why.
I like imagining that Eddy, before when he was setting all this up, was like, I'm gonna fucking call them out, those stupid fucking assholes, for ruining my fucking game and not doing everything they planned. Why the fuck did they think they could do that?
Like getting really fucking like putting his passion into
like he starts bringing out like, you know, like where it's like you guys only had a 17.8% chance of actually getting through this.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fucking base, based.
So I just want to say I think Vladington's intro scenes are very fucking great, and he's my favorite character in the Grimm campaign now.
I mean, yeah, like what's
he's so fucking funny, honestly.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, it's just Eddy being stupid and doing meta GM jokes. But that's fine, because that's what the players are doing, and they're just having fun, and I enjoyed it.
Well, yeah, I mean, they definitely play into just knowing that this session does not fucking matter, which is, I mean, good. Don't, God, already you treat sessions seriously and they're terrible. Don't, like, fucking try and figure out a way to play it straight in this weird one-shot. See, I'm not going to criticize them for that. It's just really funny to me that in this one-shot, where Eddy is proposing that this is like something people who don't watch the campaign can like pick up and listen to. He like dedicates a character to like making references to the whole campaign and just being mean to them and saying how dumb they are. And like that's the thing they like to say a lot, like, oh, we're all idiots. I'm like, is this how you want to advertise like this show to like people who are gonna like pick this up? Like you want to just
all of us are really stupid besides the roster.
Yeah, right. Like I get it, guys.
They refuse to ever make fun of Harastra because Laura will get very sad.
Just leave.
It's funny to see everything I've thought about be realized and me just be proven right because I'm seeing it happen live in front of me.
Yeah, I mean, very funny like gimmick, guys, but weird play if I'm looking at this in like an objectively like autistic meta functionality of like, why would you do this?
Yeah,
But hey,
I guess they all decided they'll never banter with Laura again.
awesome. Yeah.
So a funny joke when they're first talking to him is Chris says that he was led there by the scent of food, and Carrie says in character, yeah, my friend's doing that thing where he's sniffing and floating in the air, to which Vladington says, yes, like a cartoon character.
Oh my fucking god. This episode is immediately out of the gates. I'm just like, this feels like a joke I would be making about the normal Grimm campaign. These motherfuckers cannot take any. These motherfuckers just are like, we're so stupid. Look at all the stupid shit we do.
Ben, they did a
This is
Looney
how
Tunes.
people play D&D. I don't get it, man.
Ben, they did
Like I
Looney
said, they're
Tunes.
season 1 RWBY characters.
They are. What'd you say, Blake?
Well, no, I was screaming at Ben that they did Looney Tunes because I'm just so
It is
happy.
Looney Tunes shit.
Well,
It
yeah, I mean, this
It's-
is how we played Liam's game.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah,
fucking, like, I
exactly.
don't know, like,
Oh wait! Oh god, we had a similar encounter, didn't we?
yeah.
Wait, which one?
Pike is a
Yeah, let's just start talking about our 5th edition game.
Pike
There's in the
establishes
concept.
here at the door that he's a doorknob enthusiast, new part of his character, and
Yeah, I bet he's a knob enthusiast.
no, it will literally cut to Vlad going, yes, a fellow knobby. So, I mean, like I said, like Eddie's on point today. This is very funny. This
it's pretty funny.
character is a character. Like this is
Oh, isn't he?
well, this is the level I'm at, Ben. Where fucking Vladington Dust doing a funny voice is like me going, "Holy shit, Eddie's doing something different."
I think that you
Right.
just put a
Eddie-
picture of Liam over where Eddie's usually on the screen, and that
I'm
really
not
helps
having
you
a-
out.
I'm not having a time like Liam is. I'm just proud of him for getting into it.
I mean, I see where you're coming from. It is at least something, I suppose.
Oh, fuck
That's
me.
fair enough.
Vladington mentions that he sells a lot of their merchandise, and I fucking hate Eddie for bringing this stupid joke back at Warm Topic. Fuck off, Eddie. You did not remember Warm Topic from episode 3. You fucking asshole. God
No, he
damn
totally
it.
did. He
Holy
totally did.
shit. That
That
is literally...
or he watched. Dude, what if we watched season 1 with Eddie and didn't even know?
He went back to go review it so he could remember what happened in his own fucking
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
No, like that's like, oh my god, like that's the level of Grimm Campaign. They peaked that early in Eddie's brain. That's the shit he's remembering.
Mhm.
Damn, Warm Topic was fucking hilarious. I mean, props to him for remembering it. I guess it's a big part of lore.
Because like us, no one gives a fuck about season 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, you Blake, you have such delicious smelling aura.
Ooh, madam. Madam.
Madam.
I noticed your
uncomfortable joke.
pungent scent.
As a character with a big nose sniffs Felix and Clara because they all are just aura.
Literally.
Well, he would think Felix is better because he has 1 point more. Unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly. Literally,
I felt
Vlad-
Bernie and Dora smell.
Yeah, it's
Like
fucking
shit.
Yeah, Ron smells like shit.
God,
Ron smells like
Blake,
shit.
Just in case we didn't all get it, thank you. I was literally about to say, the classic smells like shit line. Blake, bam, Ron smells like shit. Right in front of Liam. Whips out his cock, starts pissing on Liam. Die, Liam, die!
Die!
It's for the audience, Noah.
I love how mean you are. No, I like how mean you are. It's funny to me.
I don't know, dude.
No,
This is
really
getting
fucked up.
fucked
I'm
up.
Blake,
like
Blake, that's not
shitting on him.
banter.
That ain't bad.
Okay, I'll never.
That's
Liam,
not
I'll
banter.
never.
I'll never
Liam,
make fun
I'm
of
never
Liam
gonna.
again.
I'm never gonna banter with you again.
Never gonna banter with you again, Liam. Damn, I wonder what we're gonna review at one point. Fuck. Anyway,
What's there to say? It's just basically saying go watch it yourself. It's fucking hilarious.
Anyway, come on, that's the future. We go
Anyway.
get there.
How do you break down a schizo?
No, it's a fucking. Oh my god, we'll get to it anyway.
And And so moving on in the scene, there's a point where I think Carrie goes up to someone else, I forget who, and is like, I don't really trust this guy. He seems to really like us, and we don't even like us.
No.
Holy shit.
Pike and Arostra kind of pair up to say something, while Phoenix and Asher's pair up to say something.
Right.
Finally, different pairings. Jesus.
Unironically.
Well, that's why I remembered it.
Revolutionary shit.
I remembered it because it was different.
Yeah, right.
Oh, and they brought out a plate of miniature tacos.
Okay,
hors d'oeuvre sized tacos.
Damn, that's funny.
So I want to say I'm not reiterating the taco thing because we talked about it last time and everyone said it was cringe for even talking about it. But like, it might since we're gonna.
Sorry, that just came really funny to me. Continue.
Since we're tying in like this and this like episode and just the Grimm campaign as a whole, this is a good segue into me like being like, it really is evident after watching now like everything of the Grimm campaign. Phoenix's character literally like walked off a fucking like chair with a noose when he went to go look for the White Fang and didn't find anything.
Yeah, that was it. He's just funny Taco Man now.
Like literally, that is where his character died at like episode 3.
No more progression allowed. You are funny Taco Man
so
forever, motherfucker.
Fucking funny to me that it's because at the time we were watching it and like I was like, okay, I hope they like go back to that at some point. I knew that they never did, but you know, I had to play it up. But like now it's like everything's truly over for us and you. And it's just like, wow. Jesus fucking Christ, Eddy. You actually fucking blackpilled a man so easily into just becoming a food meme.
It's insane. He just is a joke now. Like fuck ever being
He's been a joke way longer than he was ever serious.
Exactly. God, it's so fucked up to see your boy get turned into a meme. And like, I mean, I'm sure he's just coped with it. He smiles. He says funny Taco. But there's gotta be a part of him that's aware of how fucking like, oh, this is just dumb.
Yeah, this is where Eddy ends the session by going, yeah, Chris, remember, it's your fault.
You're this weird stone cold moment where he grabs him and goes, this is all your fault.
Chris, you're a joke, and you're the reason you're a joke.
You did this to yourself, motherfucker. I would love it, Eddy, like psycho play.
Yeah, like, no, he does. He's not grinning.
Behind his shoulder.
He's not grinning. He doesn't sound like he's laughing. He just very seriously goes, Chris, you're a fucking joke, and you're the reason for that. Okay, I want you to remember that.
Going to a new department,
and then his eyes start bleeding.
Hyper-realistic blood.
Hyper-realistic Eddy.
I apologize if this episode is particularly schizophrenic, guys, but like this is the RTX episode and just us talking about the Grimm campaign for the last time, possibly forever, probably forever. So this is like a full recap shit here. This on this topic of how fucked up Chris is, or Phoenix is as a character, a retarded one-shot like this is literally his perfect session. Because he is just like, oh, funny, I can just literally do fucking jokes the whole session. Like, door opens, there's a stack of tacos. Normally, the players would have, like, probably 5 minutes cut out and then 1 minute discussion of how this food's poisoned and we're schizophrenics and scared of everything. But here, Chris can just go...
Well, yeah, it's interesting because they can't... They know they can't just, like, pause to think about it. So they just have to just do it.
And that they have nothing to fear because there's no long-term repercussions.
Yeah,
they're just like, fuck it, we can just do dumb shit, and then they do.
Yeah, this is how I started thinking in like Records of Remnant. That's why we're in the situation we are.
Based, awesome.
What the fuck?
What's this guy fucking talking about?
Sounds insane.
Ben not realizing that got us involved in a drug war.
I know if you did that. I think you did facilitate it later.
Well, guys, come on. Spoilers for those who
Hotly
haven't caught up
debated
to Records of
Well, I have to
Remnant.
beat up
Like
Noah if I didn't
Liam.
do that because that means I don't have player agency, and that's all I want.
All I demand is player
amen,
agency,
brother.
and you will reward me with
That's
it.
why I want to roll a 20.
You will give me player agency, or
Because-
I will give you a fucking bullet to the head. Like, getting closer
You
and
guys
closer.
joke, but we are watching literally, literally one of the most controlling imbeciles of all time.
Yeah, 100%. So, like, I praised Eddy for having, like, you know, a character that was like a character here, right, guy? Like, you guys all heard me go, like, oh, suck Eddy's cock for a second. Let me get off this dick. Eddy is in rare, like, schizo form today, and I understand why, because this is on, like, a time limit. Like, they have a 2-hour section they have to fill here. It's a panel at RTX, which enables Eddy to go a little heavy on control this time, just to say the least. And would you say that's a fair representation? A little heavy?
Oh, yes.
Just a bit.
A bit.
Oh,
A bit.
just a bit. Let's see. So where are we before
Yeah, just also noting for you fans, Eddie's descriptions of everything are still just complete dog shit.
Oh yeah, that hasn't changed. Don't worry.
That doesn't change. They're walking through like the foyer now.
Yeah.
There's some funny jokes. Like Chris saying the best takeouts come from dust stations, and then
Dust
Vladington says, "I don't stoop that low. That's for the poors."
Based.
Which
Oh,
is
I
very
hate
funny.
poor people.
Oh, Noah. How do you feel about the word Mistralian?
Yo, I just
Like,
No, it's Australian. He says
Yeah,
Australian.
Australian. Sorry, because it's like
walks up to you, tips for Nora, Australian. That's how I feel.
Australian.
What is wrong with these fucking people? What the fuck? Like, okay, I'm not a fucking anthropologist. I didn't ever take a course in this shit. But it's not hard to fucking look at words and like syntax and figure out like this is how it should be for this kind of culture. You look at Mistral and you know heavily influences are either the Greek, like Roman influence, or the Asian influence, not fucking Australia. Like these words came from like languages. It all formed diegetically with how the world worked. You can look at these and you go, well, it should sound like one of these things because that's the cultures we're imitating here, and you don't want it to sound wrong to us. But no, Australian, fuck off. Like, how do you pick the worst one each time? What is it, Valian for Veil's people?
Valian.
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
Good day,
The
Felix.
only one that got right was at Legion.
Good day, Felix.
That's because I'm pretty sure Monty came up with that one, like 100%. Because it sounded cool for an enemy name at Legion 9. Fuck these guys. God damn it. Oh, fuck. Look what you done to me.
Well,
Alright,
I mean,
we're in the fucking
it
foyer.
had to be said.
We're going into the dining room, and there's funny paintings on the wall, and they get a crit to know that the paintings aren't weird, but it's a gas chamber. But more importantly than the gas chamber bit, because none of them gave a shit about it, is that we're told through Vladington that, these were the old foes that my family had vanquished. And everyone's like, wow, that's fucked up. You vanquished them? Everyone in here is, or slaughtered. Slaughtered. They're like, that's a mean word. Like, one, like, this is Remnant. Like, are you guys assuming these were like guys from the other day that he murdered? Like, this probably happened in history. If you walked into a place and went, yeah, these are like my ancestral like home. You own a castle somewhere in Ireland, and you go, yeah, in my ancestral home, these guys are like people we killed in like old battles and stuff. Does someone go, oh, that's weird, dude? Like, no, that's not weird. Okay, but comboed up with, oh, I meant like in business we slaughtered them. And then, third, the fucking knockout blow is it's either Chris or Chad go, do these paintings look like him? Which threw me for a loop, and then he goes, yeah, they all look identical. And then the guy's like, yes, they're my family, ancestral line.
What,
So,
did you not get the joke? No, he's like a vampire. It's him.
I get that it's him, but why would he say it's old foes he vanquished?
Different paintings, Noah.
Well, I know, but why would
It's
he be
called clout.
But why would he say he beat himself up over time? Listen, no, I know lore-wise that he's a vampire. That's the joke, guys. But
no, I think it was a picture of him, like with like dead bodies at his feet or something, or like
it was.
or like
assuming
exposed
a
head.
lot from Eddie's.
I thought that was the description Eddie gave. It was like him, you know. I don't know. I feel like I knew what Eddie was getting at because it's just like this is the vampire trope.
You know what they were described as?
This is what they did in Conquer's Bad Fur Day in the vampire chapter.
Those old paintings where the eyes follow them. Are those like normally people standing over corpses? I don't think so. It wasn't like
they're just like combining jokes because they're lazy.
Tony Soprano and the horse. It's not like the fucking general up there. Like. You can't combine the jokes. They sound retarded together.
Well, it was Eddie's joke, and then they added on to the joke.
And Eddie said, yeah, that's the joke now, I guess. Fuck this
He actually said, no, the eyes don't follow you.
They did say that. Why did he say that? Why was that the thing he held back on? Like, does Eddie think when the eyes move in Scooby-Doo that, Eddie knows that paintings do that shit for real. Like, it's a perspective trick, and that's exaggerated. He could just said, yeah, it's the creepy paintings. Of all the things to hold back on in this literal haunted house, why did he say no to that?
It'd be too much.
He had to keep it realistic.
Had to keep it realistic.
And I can respect that. And if you can't, well, I mean... Really says more about you than anyone else, right?
Who wants to talk about the servants?
Why?
Did they do anything?
We need to explain them, Liam.
So the servants are obviously the huntsmen that were named by the chat earlier. Sammy Stardust, Raisin Firefold, and Dab Dabbington.
Dab Dabbington was not in the dinner scene, though. He was only in the first scene.
Yeah, to such a degree that's just them. Like, it's not like hidden that it's them. He just refers to them by their names. So like, I don't understand like how if they're looking for these huntsmen and they show up to the manor looking for missing huntsmen and they hear one of the missing huntsmen's name. Like, did Leo not tell them their names?
I don't think it was huntsmen. I thought they were just servants.
No, they were.
Yeah.
Were they?
I'm gonna go with Liam on this. I don't think they were ever described as the students. No, I'm
pretty sure that's at
the end. When he said they were taking names, he did say for like NPCs and the huntsmen's, but I don't think that ever.
Okay.
I don't think that's what it was. I think it was. Yes.
Yes.
Well, let's not act like the huntsman students ever actually came into play.
Yeah, not really.
Oh my god, this show is such a fucking mess.
Oh, 100%. Well, it's supposed to, call back to haha, Leo's killing a bunch of people, but
I don't think it is.
I think it is 100%.
I think you're trying to make this sound way too smart.
Leo was shipping his huntsman.
Although bad optics, Leo killing the younger huntsman.
I don't.
Fuck.
I don't know.
Salem's so retarded to order him to do that when he's in a position of power.
I don't know.
I mean, don't answer that. I know the answer, but.
No, they have to be huntsmen. Dab Dabbington has a semblance.
That doesn't. You don't have to be a huntsman to have your semblance.
Why the fuck would you train your aura? It takes.
They can be huntsmen, but maybe
he probably had a bad backstory.
He had a bad backstory.
Yeah, like Gwen said, dude, you guys are fucking base.
He had a tragic backstory.
I was under the assumption these are like his thralls.
Yeah, they're like hip
because like when he's talking to them,
hypnotized.
When he's talking to them at the start, Eddie's like hinting that they're being charmed by talking to him.
Yeah.
But then I don't know, they just get knocked out by gas and then he disappears for the rest of the campaign.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's all that happens. Does anything else happen in the dinner scene that people care about? Or didn't do anything still.
Eddie says y'all in the vampire voice, which sounds really dumb.
See, the vampire, he charms them, but Eddie explains it in the way I fucking hate, which is the way he's done it throughout the entire series, which is like, oh, you rolled kind of badly. You really believe this guy. You really like him.
Yeah.
Which
Whole
is like
diplomacy and mind controls them.
cool, Eddie. I love it when the DM literally tells me what I think and feel.
Yeah.
Well, I
They
mean,
don't know
the
how to
purpose
play.
of a charm saying that you should
No,
feel
no, that's why I opened this up by saying I understand why he did it now, but he's done it throughout the entire series.
Yes, understandable.
Does he drug them? How's he charm them? The gas in the room?
Yeah,
I
no,
guess?
he put stuff in the food.
He's a beautiful smile.
Well, Chad didn't eat any, though. Oh, yeah, that's right. Right, because they're the ones eating it. Right. Put a little goo in the food.
Yeah. I mean, I really... We gotta hurry this along. We can't talk about this dumb shit.
Yeah, we only got
Let's get to the fun puzzle
Where you
part.
gotta go, Ben.
Fuck you. I don't want to talk about the shitty fucking episode for so long.
Fuck you.
Especially the boring parts. I want to get to the fun parts, like the
I-
fucking 30 puzzles.
Well, they get mocked by him by being like, we mentioned it briefly, where he's like, why did y'all rob the sheriff station? And Asher gets so mad, he's like, fuck this guy, I'm stealing his silverware. Which is an insane, like, what the like, Asher steals things funny. What a fucking freak.
Well, he steals it because Count Dracula literally is like, oh, I heard you're very bad at stealing things.
He does say that.
So Asher's like, fuck you, I'm taking it.
I'll show you.
I'll show you, motherfuckers.
Anyway, they get knocked out by some guys.
They get gassed.
And they wake up, and it looks like everything's old-timey, and all the dust lights are now like candles and stuff.
Yeah.
And stuff looks old. Eddie was kind of shitty with this description.
It's old.
It's like you're in the past.
Really?
Kind of.
Fuck, Eddie, shitty with descriptions.
It's fucking insane. I could never imagine.
And like here I was thinking this literally was just like an old-timey mansion. not with modern day lights. I thought there were just candles lighting the room.
When they
he made a big deal of explaining this. Blake, go ahead.
Yeah, when they enter, Eddie's very clearly like, oh, it's like dust-powered like lights. They look old, but they're modern. So he could do the twist of now being like, now they're actual candles.
It's this like disgusting looking electronic lights that look like candles. It's awesome. Great. So yeah, they're in an escape room. And immediately Carrie has to get up because Ginger's yelling in the background. He looks for his cat.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, for viewers at home, it was a panel, but it was everyone was just at home, so it was just like another episode.
Yeah, no, just like 100%. It's just like, so Gary's just getting up in the background. Just saying, fuck you guys, do the
Yeah, and Coquinos is just like, yeah, this happens all the time. You guys just don't see it.
Face. Fucking hilarious.
It's pretty funny.
So they walk around the room, and they're like, oh, you're in the foyer, or like, you look up the stairs, there's giant pillars of fire blocking the staircase. Fucking awesome.
I say.
Okay, and they are in now like a puzzle segment, which I don't know if you guys have heard before, but I don't think puzzle segments are good.
Yeah, you're the odd one out.
I think you're an idiot, especially in a fun session. I think they're especially good for one shots. If you tend to if you're like, I don't really think combat's that great in D&D, frankly. Like, yeah, have some fun puzzles. And I will say, I think I'm with No on this one because these puzzles, except for I like the first one, the Spencer Mansion one, where they have to put a weapon in a statue's arms. Where I'm like, oh, that's some Resident Evil shit. The rest, oh my god, please stop.
Before that,
What do you mean the puzzles open a door, Lamau?
Well, first they come to a doorknob, and Eddie says the most terrifying sentence.
I will hold you accountable.
Because he just discovered this dice exists, where he goes, open the door, roll a D100! And I'm just like, no.
Oh,
God,
he didn't just discover. He's had this plan. Because, let's just fucking say it. Bros, this man found the wild magic table. 100%. Unfortunately, and he just like rolls it randomly, basically, just
Yeah.
for funnies.
Yeah, every time they go for these doorknobs, they have to do it.
It doesn't make any sense because how is this scary? Like, isn't the whole point for Vlad's thing is to make people scared? The wild magic table is not really. I mean, it's scary in a mechanical sense, I suppose. But like, is Phoenix's fear turning into a plant?
Ben, if you telling me if you turned into a plant, you wouldn't be freaked the fuck out.
I'd be freaked out, but that doesn't mean like
A petal falls.
Shrug.
what? I thought this was to be like the scarecrow gas, not fucking just a rando gas that makes you do weird things.
You're just high, dude. Lamau. Eddie must have been fucking high when he came up with these guys.
What? Like, no, he just wanted to use the wild magic table, and fair enough, I guess. Even though I think 5th edition's wild magic table is cringe.
Yeah.
I'm like, I guess, man. I guess you should have played 5th edition and told one of your players, hey, play a wild magic sorcerer.
It's fucking.
You really want this to happen, bro? I don't know what to say.
It's really bad. So
100%.
So they make the roster rolls, and her roll result makes her feel dizzy, and then she sees everyone in their underwear, but they're not actually in their underwear. Chad makes a very funny party joke.
Stop. I want to talk about this.
All right.
Laura literally has so little fun with this funny thing that happens, and everyone's trying to help her out, and she does nothing. Fuck you.
She refuses
Fuck you.
to acknowledge.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Literally, fuck you, because
Harry
honestly, that is the best character for that to happen to, and it could have been funny. And she just did nothing.
Well, it's like, it's so easy. It's like, oh, only girl of the group gets embarrassed because literally it just like randomly sees everyone in their underwear.
Yeah.
And it's just like, no, she literally just goes stone faced.
Refuses to acknowledge.
Doesn't react at all. Eddie calls her out later and she still doesn't.
Yeah, she just refuses. She just goes like, no, I won't, basically. Like, Carrie is doing funny shit. Like, Carrie's going like, for some reason, Pike is looking on the floor, so he bends down and she gets like, he moons her. Like, yeah, funny. Would have been funny. All you need to do is make a little funny moment where it's like, oh, god damn it. No, just nothing. Get fucked, I guess. Guess they ain't packing much that's impressive, bros. Feels bad. Fuck. Such a waste. At least Chad made a funny key party joke about it. There's a fishbowl of keys in it.
No, Chad did not make a funny joke. You take that back.
Alright, it's a riddle puzzle. Literally, just starting off, just immediately a riddle puzzle. Does anyone have the riddle? I have it.
I got the riddle.
Is it the weapon one, right? This is the weapon one? Yeah. Well, it's literally a Resident Evil puzzle.
Let me hear your storyteller voice, Liam.
You come across a riddle. There's a knight with his arms outstretched. A weapon that a king covets. Brings warriors to ruin and ends all battles.
God, I wish Liam DM'd with that voice. That's based.
Alright, I'll try and remember this voice.
Based, thanks, Liam. Pike establishes that he can't read again. Very funny. My Ron D.
Is that really that funny though?
My Ron D. Wright image.
It's funny because I think of Ron.
Yeah, because Pike is literally just Ron. Okay.
Ron D. Wright gets more and more valuable over time the longer I have that image.
It's true.
So Eddie presents a bunch of weapons, and I didn't write down what each weapon is because I knew it didn't matter, but I have all the funny names. The Oath Shatterer.
I believe that was the sword that had like runic things. You ever played Skyrim?
It was like a blood red sword.
We don't need to go through the descriptions, I think. Just the names, please.
Yeah, the Mercy Climber. That particularly shitty name. The Giant Toe. Quicksilver.
Giant's Toe, but yeah.
The Bad Samaritan, which is the only good name in these.
It's pretty funny.
The Midnight Sun, Peacemaker, the Kingslayer, and the Widowmaker. And they sit here, and they all go, well, It's not just gonna be the Peacemaker. That's so obvious.
Where's the pen, Eddie?
Well, no. Keep in mind,
It's always like
where's the clock?
well,
Time.
well,
time.
well, Peacemaker is like a rusty, shitty sword, and it's literally the Grail test from fucking Last Crusade,
Yeah.
where it's the shitty Grail that's actually the Holy Grail.
Holy Grail. Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
it's the same. It's the same joke.
We're like
Very
working on like
cool.
4 levels of like these are puzzles
Irony.
I've seen. Yes. I have seen all of these puzzles. It is not this fucking easy. He's trying to trick us.
And he's trained them like that.
He's trained them to think this way, unironically.
It's like how Liam trains us.
It's fucked up. None of them wanted to take these cool weapons afterwards. I would have looted the whole room. I mean, you're playing 5e, right? I collect that shit. Bring that shit
Give
back
me the
to
plate
town.
mail. I want the plate mail.
I fuck
Plate
you.
mail.
I want the Bad Samaritan. That sounds based.
The
on
Bad
that.
Samaritan is a very good name for a weapon.
Yeah, it's fucking based. I wonder what.
Yeah, but Liam would name a weapon like Citizen Cold or something.
No,
Liam,
you know what I would name a weapon.
Liam, I better loot a sword called Citizen Cold in your campaign. Okay,
Citizen
motherfucker?
Cold.
Citizen Cold, alright.
Write that shit down. It freezes you to death when you pick it up. Fuck you know.
It kills you instantly.
See, yeah, I was literally just the Peacemaker. And, oh, this is when chat speaks up again. And I really liked Eddie's description of what happens when chat is doing a vote, where he describes them as being, like, assaulted by 1,000 voices trying to influence them. So, like, the entire party develops schizophrenia because chat's doing a voice in canon.
Yes, just in canon.
And they're like, chat's making a vote on what door to go through.
Can I ask? So like they have chat vote on like numbers 1 through like 8 or 1
With,
through
like,
6?
Yeah.
no context.
Did you guys catch what the fuck that meant? Because I did not.
I thought it was for like 1 through 8 or 6 doors.
Yeah, no, I literally did not fucking catch when they even established they were doing that.
That is what I understood it to be, but it's possible that I was misunderstanding.
Yeah, I think you were.
Oh, okay. Why's
I
that also
don't.
me?
I don't know. He like
Yeah,
sorted
me,
the results
man.
by like most voted and like picked like the top like 4 of them
Then
Yeah.
5.
or 5. I don't know. But
No,
like
he picked it up 4, then took the 5th later.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I didn't, and I just didn't know whatever. What?
Well,
he
here's what
possibly
was
meant by any of
happening,
it.
guys. He had, well, obviously he loves the, the funny magic table. But what this is he probably had like certain things that could happen with certain numbers, and he rolled on it, and he picked the funny results.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but here's
guess.
here's the thing about that.
Yeah.
It's really funny, but and I can't. I want to say that this is dog shit, and it is, but fuck, man. I'm so glad they at least tried to incorporate chat. Like, gonna do it
yeah.
like that? Yeah, that's pretty nice to do, and it's better than just getting to name 3 people.
Yeah, but is chat interaction interesting?
But
if you
I
never explain
have
what
to
it's
say,
for?
Liam,
what-
he'd love UQuest.
No. But here's the thing. I don't think they should have had chat like let chat know what they're doing.
Yeah,
Like,
they
don't
should
just
have a
make
cool
them.
poll that
Yeah, like,
explains the
Just make sure the
options.
players can't see it. Like,
Yeah,
it's
shouldn't
not
be hard.
Yeah, and then have
No,
Eddie do
a
this
roster
gold
of
grin.
metagames.
A roster with metagame. That's really
No.
funny to me. Laura's a hard metagamer.
You're a fool if you believe that. She's a beautiful bean.
I love my beautiful bean, Laura. I'm gonna miss seeing her not do anything when we're done with this fucking show, bros. Fuck.
Oh, she does stuff sometimes.
Yeah, huh? This fuck.
I'll think of an example sometime.
I'll get one any day now. Just come back to me, bro. I'll have an example, I swear.
Yeah.
Anyway, so like
Here's
moving
misogynistic.
forward. So just the gimmick of this whole fucking house is every fucking doorknob does a magic spell table.
Yep.
Every time you touch it. They go to a door with 8 doorknobs.
I knew it was coming, but Jesus fucking Christ, Eddie. You had an idea, and you just went It's perfect. He didn't do anything. It's just that's it. I fucking got my idea. Fucking dust my hands off. I'll just play fucking toys.
The problem is he put this door like literally in the first zone they're in. It'd be funny if they were like going through a house and like every time they're like, "Ugh, I don't want to open a door. There's a spell." But then like they exhaust their options and like I don't know, they go upstairs or like through one last door. And then they see a door with eight door handles, and they're like, well, fuck.
Yeah, and
that'd be a funny joke
down or something.
But
blew his load.
Yeah, he's just like, here's a door with 8 handles.
That's it. That's my joke.
That's
my joke.
That's the joke, and you're gonna fucking laugh now.
Oh, aren't you?
So, Chris tries to open the door. Phoenix.
Yeah.
And what happens, guys?
What's to say?
Well, he turns into a potted plant. He turns into a potted plant.
How horrific!
That's terrifying.
Yeah, because this is where my face became the unpog. Because I realized very quickly, oh no, he's just doing the wild magic table.
Yeah.
Chris is just.
Yeah.
He's just doing the wild magic table. Why?
Just straight up. And Chris is so baffled that he misunderstands at first. He's like, oh, like I think I'm a plant.
No, you are physically
a plant.
Physically.
Now you have transmogrified to a plant. And Chris's face is just like quiet and like contemplative. He's trying to figure out what the fuck just happened to him.
And again, it was at this point where I'm just like, okay, this is just 5th edition. This is not RWBY. You can't turn into a potted plant in RWBY. There's no magic.
You can't fucking do
magic. So at that point, I'm like, yes, this is 5th edition. I'm watching them to play 5th edition, and it's fun.
And you could just.
But that's when I officially changed my perspective of the rest of the session.
Yeah, you could just lean back and be like, nice beer and pretzels game we got going here.
Yeah, pretty much.
A cold one with the boys in the Grimm Campaign. I mean, yeah, and from here on out, this is around the point where I just went, well, this is just funny, I guess. God, and I feel like the players had that realization too, where they stopped because at the start they were trying to role play a little bit and be like, oh yeah, we didn't really address this, but we mentioned it with the intro bit. Okay, so Vlad refers to all the actions of season 2 in the conversation with them over dinner. So the whole this is non-canon is immediately confused. You're like, okay, this is post season 2 non-canon. And then the players get confused by this and they're like, oh, Vlad, do you know what happened with Alabaster? You seem to know a lot about us. And he goes, oh, that's season 3. Eddy, don't do the joke. Did he expect them not to reference anything?
No, they didn't. He just thought they wanted to do beer and pretzels, dude.
He just wanted to punch them in the cock for making decisions he didn't agree with.
Well,
yeah, basically.
See, since it was non-canon, he should have had Alabaster come out of a closet.
Yeah.
As a joke.
There should have been a skeleton Alabaster.
That's what the skeleton should have been. It should have had his cowboy hat on and his greatsword. You know what? We need to fucking talk about this a little more.
Yeah.
What was my actual point here? Fuck. Shit, I lost it.
Yeah, me too, bro. I'm still trying to find it.
I need to talk about this point. This was mentioned in the Grimm Campaign a few times where he's like, 6 went the rail. What the fuck did Eddy want from them to do with the sheriff's station?
Huh?
Well, it sounds like he didn't plan on them going there, which is
bizarre. Because they talked about, can you go to Alabaster to access the sheriff's station?
I don't know what he wanted, really.
It was very strange.
This meme that Eddy has put forward, that they did something crazy breaking in there. It's so baffling to me. Do you have any idea?
Of what they wanted in the sheriff's station.
What did Eddy think they should have done?
Eddy
makes it sound like that was a wrong decision they made.
No, See, Noah, you're doing what I think is a common.
You don't want to
failing.
come up with an answer. I
No,
gotcha.
it's a common failing for most people, which is to assume that there is a right answer in Eddie's mind, and he's literally not defaulting on what he always defaults on, which is fuck the players.
God, you guys are so dumb.
Well, like that's what.
That just seems so stupid.
Well, that's what I honestly believe. Is it doesn't matter what they did. What they did is wrong in Eddie's eyes because Eddie fucking gets such an erection from making fun of them. That's why Count Chocula literally makes fun of them.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Chad literally calls us out. He literally says, this is Eddie's character to make fun of us. That is literally what he says.
It's not exactly a satisfying answer.
No, God, no. Fuck me. I fucking hate Edward Rivers sometimes, bros.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fucking hell.
It's unfortunate that he would do this.
Why would he do this? Why would Eddie do this?
Eddie wouldn't do this. He's a good guy.
Let's see. What happens next? What's the next funny joke puzzle?
Well, he turned into a potted plant, and it's funny because he's like, "Oh, you're gonna be a potted plant for 1 round," and then proceeds to keep him as a potted plant for probably like 25 minutes.
Get fucked.
Yeah.
So Chris just doesn't get to play for a little bit.
It's so funny, bros.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, it lasts until they get this door open and they like have to do this fucking D100 roll like 8 times.
Yeah. The next one is loud music. Chad hears it in his ear just constantly.
It's kind of funny.
It's up.
That's one of the more. I have to say, I hope he wasn't fudging the Wild Magic table because they did get the more funny ones. Like, it wasn't like, you get advantage next time you attack, or something like that.
100%. I mean, he did get the swap strength with Dex, so I don't think he was fudging it, or else he wouldn't have done that one, right?
You're fair.
That one's
fair.
not that funny.
Yeah. So that's the second one.
Yeah. The third one.
Damn, Chad gets a lot of these, actually. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah, he just powered through the 8-handle door. Like, one after the other.
Next one, Chad has to just scream.
That one was the funniest one.
He did commit.
He's magically forced to scream everything he says.
Very funny. And because he's
funny
playing with... And because Carrie's there, someone's actually reacting to it.
Yeah, I mean, there's no one better this could have gone to than... I mean, maybe Chris, maybe Chad, maybe Chris could have done my way. I'm glad Chad got it because it's Asher.
It's very funny for Asher, yes.
Yeah, and then Pike, being an idiot, yells back because he doesn't know what's happening. It's very funny.
You know what? I just realized we dodged a fucking bullet that they didn't get the age regression one. We would have had like poo poo dad, fuck me baby.
Yeah, the age regression. No. Oh god. Imagine if Arashtra got the gender swap one. She just would have just not played it up at all.
She wouldn't have played. She would have left.
Yeah, she would have been like, come on, man.
Yeah. I think the yelling one was the last one to open the door, unless I'm forgetting one.
Yeah, no. He opens the door while yelling.
Yes, that was the last one.
And then he gets the next one.
Yeah.
Which is the swap.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because he uses the swap to deal with what's in the room.
Yeah, so he sees a skeleton with a key in his hand. And he takes the key, and then the skeleton attacks him and does like 8 damage or something.
You know what this reminded me of, Noah?
What?
Sorry for the viewers at home. This reminded me of when I came back to the the game. You'll know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I was attacked by a skeleton in a very similar manner. I literally couldn't stop laughing because it was basically the same setup of the skeleton just jumps up and attacks. This is literally my re-intro session where I just get attacked by a skeleton and a guy dies without me being able to control it.
Man explodes next to me.
Man,
you were now culpable.
You did this.
Welcome back to the game. You did this. Oh,
you did.
Really?
You did this.
Wow, cool. Really easing me back into the game after being gone for 4 months. Thanks, dude. Awesome. fucking cool.
Yeah, viewers, don't worry. Me and Liam don't get it either.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
No.
I want to propose that this is possibly one of the best things a GM can do, which is put a skeleton down with an item you require, because it is like a Rorschach test for the player.
Well, there's no winning condition. You can poke the skeleton. It's not coming to life until you take the key.
Yeah, exactly. It forces them into a state of like psychological regression where they like become paranoid.
I can't wait till in the fucking gnome cave we see a skeleton now.
You know I'm just gonna go for it. I'm not a pussy. I've played the skeleton test too many times to fuck around. I don't fall for it anymore. This is another thing like skill checks, guys. Put the skeleton with your key in any game, no matter the context. It'll test your players.
Every game can work in 5e.
Any game can work with the skeleton test. Doesn't work in the setting, just say you wake up, it was a dream. I don't fucking care. Do the skeleton test.
You were
It's my
trying to
favorite.
neg me if you tell... You're just a hater. You say nothing doesn't work in 5e.
Use a hate of Vladington the I liked Vladington the reviewer was something someone in chat said when he was shitting on them. And I chuckled because I went, yep, that's me. Vladington the reviewer. And then Vladington the inhaler was also pretty funny. Chat was funnier than Eddy this session sometimes.
You think we could spend the entire podcast episode watching that 25-minute video?
Which one?
The one we watched
No.
yesterday.
We probably could, but God would be repeating.
About
ourselves.
5e.
No, I'm good. No, I don't want to repeat myself. That video wasn't funny enough. It had like a lot of build up to a very funny point, but the rest of it was just me going, God, I hate 5e players sometimes.
God,
Trying to say their system is literally perfect and has no faults ever made. Let's see. The skeleton key.
The skeleton attacks him.
Yeah,
and then this is where you would think the skeleton is just an enemy with HP. But Chris just says, well, since I'm strong because of my strength and dex mix, I'm going to crush his skull. And Eddy's like, yeah, you crush his skull. And I'm like, you know what? That's good. Go ahead.
Not Chris. It's Asher that does that. So Asher just crushes his skull in his hand.
I'm sorry. I get Chris and Chad mixed up.
It's literally been the whole Grimm campaign is us both. Is everyone in this call going, fuck, I'm at Chad or Chris at one point. Fucking.
There's only two that do things, and they both have C in their names.
They're both perfect.
Well, that's why I just call them by their.
And I always forget Phoenix's name is Phoenix.
Well, that's why I just call them by their character names.
Yeah, it's unironically smart.
I always forget Phoenix and Asher. I don't know why.
Fair.
I always remember Queen.
Shut the fuck up.
Man.
Liam, what does Queen do here?
Nothing. She's been silent for the last 30 minutes.
I won. Liam can answer that.
My bad, dude. Sorry.
She tells you to get the banana, Blake.
Get the banana. Potassium. That's a little gamer reference for us Delta runners out there. When the fuck? What happens next?
Chris goes looking for Chris now not being a potted plant goes looking for some tacos because he's hungry and wants to eat his IRL Taco Bell box that he has.
Yeah, and he needs
which is again pretty funny.
This is funny.
I'm glad he brought props.
Good work. At one point he's looking at some. What is the part with the passive perception? Because I found that really funny with Eddy's decision on how to handle this.
Well, Chad says he wants to do the usual role, meaning he wants to steal his cell phone.
Yes, and it's like a 10 or 12 or something. And Eddy's like, apparently they do a normal check for this, which I guess they've cut out every time since now, which is funny to me. And he's like, okay, what's your passive perception? And Chris is just like, well, I don't really know. I don't have my character sheet. And he goes, oh, well, if you don't have it, it succeeds, your fault, which I thought was really funny. Unironically, get fucked. You don't have your character sheet? Die. Very funny. Proud of you, Eddy.
I'm literally wondering, it's like, where do they have their character sheets normally?
Yeah, let's talk about this.
Is it not just like a file on their computer? Like, we use Roll20, so it's in Roll20. But like, if they're just using Tailspire, I thought it'd be like just like a document.
You know what they're using? I'm gonna call my shot. They're using the D&D Beyond Homebrew section to put in whatever they want.
Maybe that would make sense to me.
100%.
But then I'm like, can't you just pull it up?
So here's the thing about this that we also have to talk about is like there is this period in the game now where they keep all going like, dude, I just don't have my character sheet, lol. Like, what happened?
It's
Why
very strange.
Yeah.
They all talk about it. They're just like, dude, I didn't have my character sheet. Like, oh my god.
Well,
When
so
Eddy said you guys don't have to
bizarre.
worry about some like roles or something, I guess they all like vaporized their character sheets and like lit them on fire or something. I don't.
Well,
get
season 3 was canceled, so they just deleted the server on the Rooster Teeth network that had all their character sheets.
Face. Fucking
I
hell.
don't know. So basically, Chris just walks around looking for tacos. He opens a door, and he sees a slime made of Baja Blast with a bag of tacos inside.
It just goes inside the slime. Fucking, I love D&D so fucking much, bros. Funny stories you can tell your friends about.
Oh yeah.
This is what happened in last session in Liam's game.
This is what Nathan wants for all his backstories to be like. This is the adventure of the Scooby-Doo Manor is what Nathan describes every character he has having.
Ma'am,
backstory.
what the fuck are you doing?
What the fuck are you doing? Yeah, it's not canon. Don't worry,
yeah.
bros.
So
It's a gelatinous cube with tacos.
So it is around at this point where they're like, man, we got like 10 minutes left. We better hurry the fuck up.
Sorry, no, Liam. I thought you were about to say it's around this point that I start to think that the Grimm Campaign's not very good.
This really lost me.
Yeah, it's like no, season 1 great, season 2 great. Halfway through this, I'm not feeling it anymore, guys.
Yeah, this really lost the spark.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they start to expedite the process immensely.
So they got a third key from somewhere. I don't know where.
Yeah.
So first
There was a room next to the 8-door
Was
key that I
the one where
forget.
is that the one where Asher cut his hand to make blood?
Oh, that is the room I forgot
There's
to take
like
notes
you
on.
need like to write something in red and Chad is just like instantly like come my hand blood.
Yeah,
he's just like Chad just knows every puzzle that he does.
There is an easel, a paintbrush, but no paint. So fucking Pike is looking at it confused, and Asher just walks up, cuts his arm, and is like, here. And then Pike really nervously just starts painting a frowny face in Asher's blood.
I do like that Eddy and Pike are both like, wow, you did that really quick.
Yeah, I want to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we only got 10 minutes left.
They go, we only have 10 minutes, but then they both go, dude, wow, that was kind of fucked up how he did that quickly. These literal schizos. Chris is now unable to speak. Also, he does something and gets bubbles that come out of his mouth. Really cool, Eddy. Really funny. Here's your little funny thing that happens. You can't speak in character now. Very funny time for audio issues to happen that mute Chris for the next 4 minutes.
Yeah.
I thought it was intentional at first, and then just randomly turned on again. I went, "Oh no!"
Did like the stream runner like mute Chris as a joke?
Maybe, yeah.
Thinking
That
he's
would make
funny?
sense. That kind of makes more sense. It was
Like he was putting like a JPEG of bubbles on him, which was kind of funny.
It was
I
probably
agree,
fucking Cody.
but like it was Cody.
Motherfucking Cody.
So yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, they got the third key. Carrie has one of them. The two other people, Arastra and what the fuck is his name?
Ooh.
Asher. The problem is Arastra and Asher. They're both A names, and my brain blocks out the second A possibility because it's cringe to have two first names with the same letter in RWBY on your team. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway. Arastra and Asher are just like, well, we have two of the three keys, and they're just waiting for Pike. To which they cut to him fighting a slime action pose, drilling into him as it explodes everywhere in the room.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the joke. And then they use the three keys to go downstairs.
Yeah. There's a funny moment in the slime fight where Chris hypnotizes Eddy into lying about how 5th edition works, where he goes like, Eddy, because the slime is engaged with Carrie in combat now, don't I get advantage against it?
Oh, this was so weird.
It's just like, you're right. What the fuck?
It was also this point where he's like, "Man, you guys haven't used your orb at
No.
all. Are you dumb?"
That's DM for please get this done.
Please
Oh,
hurry
I'm
the
sure Eddie was just like,
fuck
"Yeah, sure, whatever.
up.
You get advantage."
Please
I don't think
get
they were.
this done.
I don't think he was going to be a stickler for. Nope, we got to fight the slime. They got through.
We have so little time left.
Yeah. So with 5 minutes left, they get into a basement with like a cauldron of purple goop.
Yeah.
I was like,
No,
great.
isn't it? It's just grape soda.
It's just
It's
grape soda.
it is just diet people like grape soda.
People like grape soda. Dude, haha. Is it taco sauce?
Guys, whatever
Really funny, Chris.
Guys,
Thank
whatever
you.
happened to the skillful? I thought it was going to be more important than it was.
No, what the fuck is your problem? Never. They throw Asher's phone or Phoenix's phone in.
Yeah, and then they just like drink it, right?
No, there's a funny line there where he's like, Asher, you must stop doing that. He's like, yeah, well, if it would have burst into flames, you would have thanked me. And he's like, that is true. I was like, yeah, that's a pretty funny line.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
So then they just drink it because they're like, well, I mean, fuck it.
Quote, Pike just starts drinking it.
Yeah.
To which Eddie says, okay, Pike dies. Haha, just kidding.
Haha, just kidding.
Just kidding, but what if?
Kidding. But what if? And they're like, that's funny. The filter in Tailspire goes away and it's back to the normal one. And they're like, well, guys, there's a bunch of slaves in the room. The servants are locked up in a cage. And they like go off to it and they're like, oh, are you here to save us? And Pike hits them with the, sure! And then they let them go, and and then they fall out slave being free to run away towards the render distance. And he just literally just sprinting off.
Yeah.
Just literally, fuck me.
I mean, I'd like to say you're wrong, but I know you're right.
They wander through the halls of the manor, looking like, yeah, that's all the shit we did.
They clip through the ground.
They clip through the ground. Asher gets worried he killed a guy. It's just a normal, like, fake skeleton.
Honestly, that was kind of fun. I did enjoy
joke.
that. I was like, did I just kill a guy? And he's like, yeah, you go back there and there's just totally a body.
Just kidding, bro.
Just kidding. Unless.
Pretty funny. I like that too. I'm willing to admit it. I like Eddie sometimes.
The slime was just some cum.
Eddie just is like, okay, you get to the foyer. You see Flattington. He's like, did you like my escape room? And they
like
just
my haunted
start
house?
beating the shit out of him.
Yeah. To which Pike and Asher just start punching him in the face. And he's like,
all right.
Oh, no, why?
Can I say that I genuinely love the ending of this?
It's very
It is literally played so straight that they just beat him up and then haul him off to jail because he did something illegal.
They beat him up and they go, what's wrong with you? And he's like, I wanted to provide the most realistic experience. It was not dangerous. No, it's not bad. I did not hurt anyone. And they go, are those guys actors? No, I kidnapped them, but I did not hurt them. That is okay, right? That's not illegal. And they go, no, that was very illegal. He goes, oh.
No. Literally, Eddie says he looks like he now realizes he's in a lot of trouble. He literally has a moment where he realizes that it's wrong.
He realizes what he has done is wrong.
Yeah.
Like,
Character fucks.
I did not know the line worked like this on Remnant.
Yeah, he literally says, and I quote, "This is illegal in Remnant?" To which I say, is he not from Remnant? Eddie, the implication.
This guy is like a planeswalker.
Yeah. He's just from Ravencroft.
He's from Ravencroft. He just came in. This guy is literally just transformed.
I can't believe they got
And
away
so
with this
they
discount
quote
Curse of Strahd.
And so they quote bring him to big jail.
As you said, Tony Soprano now realizes pedophilia is wrong.
Exactly. It's literally the same moment. He has a dawning realization. And he goes to big jail. What the fuck is big jail?
Well, they mean it like, you go to. It's like, you say something like, you're going to big jail.
I guess.
Because like you did something really bad. You're going to big jail.
And that's just the end.
It's a really funny ending, honestly.
It's really funny.
Yes,
I laughed a lot.
It's like an ending to like a movie, like I don't know. It's kind of like a movie or an ending to a movie like like Airplane, where everything's like very literal. It's like it's not like I realized the error of my ways. Like no, you did something illegal. You're going to jail. Like no, we're not gonna forgive you. You're just going to jail.
You're going to jail. You're punished for your crimes, sir. Oh fuck!
Oh
so
no!
Funny.
Props to Eddy.
Very funny.
I don't know if he went into that planning that joke, but that's a funny joke.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Blattington's very funny. Eddy is because Eddy let himself not worry about it as much for once because it's not canon, and he really needs to do that if they ever magically get a season 3. If Eddy can actually just remind himself not to be like so weirdly high-strung about things, he'll do a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think Eddy trying to do a serious, like, political intrigue sort of, like, faction roleplay game is not it.
Yeah, he's
a goofball who wants to make stupid jokes.
Yeah.
Go run Dragons of Icespire Peak and do the gnomes, Eddy. I'm sure you guys would have a ball.
Hey, dude. Spoiler.
Spoilers, dude. You're telling me there's gnomes, brother? Ah, fuck. So, yeah, that was the Grimm Campaign. And Eddy follows it with the joke we mentioned earlier at the end where, hey guys, do you think if I just said we got a season 3, they'd be obligated to let us make it? The answer is no. No.
The resounding no.
Well, I'm glad we got to leave the Grimm Campaign on a product we could enjoy for once.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I really liked this session.
Yeah,
it was funny and I enjoyed it. And since it obviously wasn't a RWBY game and it was just a 5th edition game, I didn't have any problems with the lore. It was very fun.
It's just they just got high and just magic happened in their brain.
I mean,
just high.
I have to say, I love Australians.
I love Australians. Okay, listen, there's a few things in there that are problems, but I just ignore those. I just pretend that didn't happen. That shit didn't happen. All right,
Felix, want to go to Macca's?
Felix comes out in his new hoodie. He got it warm subject.
Yeah.
I get off the call and start beating Ben to death.
You don't know where I live. I mean,
don't I?
No, well, you don't. You know the area. Good luck.
Yeah, I'll be fucking backpacking around there. I'll come.
Good luck. I'm behind 70 people who have guns. Yeah, this was awesome, dude. Grimm Campaign, totally worth it. Watch it. Oh, by the way, I love at the end with like, guys, guess what? You can just watch season 1 for free now, which is true. But guess what, guys? No. Don't.
Nah.
Just don't.
It's so
funny. I mean, viewers, if you'd like us to review season 3, you can head on over to Rooster Teeth, pay for first, and watch all of season 2 to let them know you want to have us review season 3.
You could do that if you're an
Alternatively, you can send me like $20 on PayPal.
Not that we're asking for it directly.
Not that we're asking for it. But hey, man, if you got it.
Use them if you got them.
Hey, send your money to rondbrooks@gmail.com.
Oh, no.
Don't do that. I gotta go register that now because it's funny.
Yeah, do it before someone takes it.
Before someone takes it, yeah.
Too late.
Too late. Oh fuck! Is there anything else we want to talk about here, guys? Yeah, any more talk? Didn't you say there's something you wanted to say, like at the start? This campaign, this session was indicative of something. Didn't you have some like?
This was indicative of they really should just have played 5th edition.
Right,
I had fun with this. That is what I was saying.
Yeah,
this was
sense.
enjoyable because it was just 5th edition.
Yep, fair. Yeah.
Eddie trying to shoehorn a shitty game into RWBY. It ain't it.
Ain't it, Chief? Doesn't make sense, man. Yeah, it's true. Well, guys, that was it.
God, the Grimm Campaign's awful.
I feel so empty now.
What are we
I
even
lost a
gonna
part of
do
myself.
from now on? Is the podcast over?
No, it's not over. Oh, sorry. I thought you were going somewhere with that. My bad.
That was me trying to segue into telling us what we had to look forward to.
Oh, you want me to tell you what we have?
Oh wait, no. Were there any fun comments on this episode?
Literally no. There's like 15. Pandorian Wonder didn't even comment on it, so like he's died or something, or just literally got like I was bewildered. Like there's nothing. There's like another Rooster Teeth person going like, "You should make this episode canon." That was so funny,
motherfucker.
Which I guess is.
RonDBrooks@gmail.com is taken. Who the fuck?
You can buy it off me for $20.
You can buy it off.
I'm pissed.
Holy shit, that's funny.
About Ron G. Brooks. Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in the future, I mean, well, I got something in mind. It might need to be in the oven a little bit, but I know next week I have a game we're gonna play.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna be visiting. Well, I think you'll find it a bit of a mental exercise, and I'd like you all to bring your thinking caps next week, because I will be presenting you three with some very tough decisions to make. As so get into the spirit of things, and have a landing strategy.
Oh no! Shut the fuck up! I hate this already.
All right. Well, on that note, any final words before I give the spiel?
You got it, Chief.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys.
All right.
If you survived the campaign with us, proud of you.
Please keep watching.
Yeah,
Gotta pay for Liam's operation.
If you like what we do here, please like, comment, and subscribe. Also, share around with people that might be interested. Like Chris Coquinos. I'm sure he'd be interested.
Make a subreddit.
Or people who wouldn't be interested.
At Chris Coquinos and ask if he wants us to do an interview with him, please.
A Records of Remnant subreddit.
Yeah.
No. I'm sorry. Don't misunderstand me. Please make a Grimm Campaign subreddit.
Base.
Other than that, please enjoy the Records of Remnant, a RWBY Tabletop game that is on the same channel. I'm sure if you see this, you've seen that. Enjoy them both. Link down in the description is also to the One Piece D&D game ran by myself, played with Noah. That's also very good. And other than that, you can just continue to check us out here. Podcasts will continue to go out Sundays, and we're venturing into new territory, unknown to all of us, except probably Noah, who mostly probably comes up with most ideas for episodes. So, we'll see you next week as we, I guess, do some fucking weird puzzle thing, even though Noah said he didn't like those. But we will see you next time. Stay safe, everyone.
Grab yourself a seat and keep those hands in the vehicle at all times. You're about to be taken on a ride through the untamed wilds of internet role-playing. Observe them in their natural habitat.
So you head out.
You know that would be funny. I didn't know there'd be consequences.
Enjoy the splendor of their spurgery.
Felix, who is the lion fauna,
And feast your eyes upon the questionable creations of internet randoms.
Actually, I've never DM'd before.
This is the Supernova Safari.